Hey, you want to try it? We're gonna switch bikes to make this fun. That throttle is very sensitive. I have never ridden on a Ninja 650. This is gonna be pretty funny. It's gonna be pretty funny watching my bike like this. That bike look good. Oh man, this is funny. Never have I done this. I don't recommend doing this, but hey, we're gonna have fun with it. Okay. I'll figure it out. Oh, this thing is like, this thing sucks. There we go, okay. Feel a little something, something. Man, that bike feels different. Oh, it looks so good. Yeah, I think this bike needs some air though. So, a 07 Ninja 650. First ride and review. Should you buy it?
You're more responsive than my bike.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, V-twin. That V-twin kicked in, okay. He says that his bike, that my bike feels more responsive than his does. This bike feels small to me. Honestly, an 07 Ninja 650R, this thing does feel small. About as small as that scooter feels to that guy. But to tell you the truth, I mean, it is, I think his tire, front tire is low, I don't know. But I think he likes it though. I think he liked the B King. Let's get this thing up in the red range. Yeah, this is definitely different from my bike. Definitely different.
It's been a while since I rode a big bike.
Yeah. Does it feel like a big bike?
Yeah.
You want to take it on the freeway?
Well,
I'll follow you then. I'll follow you.
head back or what?
I guess so. Oh yeah. This bike feels definitely different than anything I've ever ridden. It feels more like a 250 to be honest. It's like more like a hot rodded 250 is what the Ninja 650R feels like. It sounds like one, and it also feels like one. Okay. Yeah, he said he's got to head back, and so do I. It's definitely interesting, this bike. 07 650. I definitely like to see my bike, you know what I'm saying, like in third person. I think everybody likes that. Everybody likes to look at their bike in third person, like some kind of video game, you know what I'm saying, like you watching yourself watching yourself ride and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, this thing is a monster to turn. Let's see our bike. If I can keep up with my bike. Half the CCs, so I gotta ride this bike differently. All clear. Okay, so I can keep up. I can keep up. You turn the hazards on. have some more fun with it. But this is pretty cool too. I've always loved trying something different. I love hopping on a different bike and seeing how it performs and operates. Over here in this lane. But this thing feels more like a Cadillac, man, like a mini Cadillac, because the mirrors are so far forward. I can easily see what's going on behind me. I do like that. Gauges look like they're pretty clear to read. I mean, you know, you've got your gas light. It doesn't quite have a gauge. I'm used to having a gauge, but that's okay. I mean, you do have a low engine. You do have a low fuel light, so that definitely makes up for it. But yeah, I mean, I can't help the feeling that I'm used to having a bigger bike. I can definitely see that. Like right now, riding on the 650, I do feel a little uncomfortable. And I say that because it's just a smaller bike. It's not what I'm used to. I mean, I'm like, what, 6'1", 225 pounds, muscular. I mean, this is what I'm not used to. It's definitely not a bad bike. I'm just not used to it. It's got similar ergonomics as the BT does. It's got half the engine displacement. But, you know, of course, it can keep up as far as top speed. It'll keep up with it, kind of. Not really applying. But it is a fun bike to ride. I have to admit, I can see why people like the middleweight sport bike, because it definitely is easier for you to be able to maneuver. You know, it is easier because of the weight. However, if you're a bigger, stronger guy, a bike like that will still be will still feel maneuverable. This one will be a bit easier. But coming from that right to this, oh yeah, it's a night and day difference. Night and day. So I can see this being pretty enjoyable to somebody. I can see somebody really enjoying this. Who is this bike for? This bike would definitely be for the person who is stepping up after getting a 250. They can get something like this and really have a good time. Because the power isn't too crazy, and the size of the bike, that's really the point. The power is definitely more power, so you're going to be able to have more pull on the freeway and on the streets. That's true. But this bike here will definitely feel like you're on just a slightly bigger 250. This is how it feels to me. I actually rode on a buddy's 250 not too long ago. He just got his, or I shouldn't say he. I actually had a chance to ride on a buddy's 250. She actually went and bought one, and she wanted me to test ride it. So I would not test rode it for her. And man, she, you know, and I gotta tell you, that Ninja 250, the stance and as far as like the weight and all that, feels very similar. Feels very, very similar to this, except this has it has, you know, more power, obviously, because of the engine size. But as far as the actual physical size of the bike, it's not that much bigger. So if you are starting off, I mean, this would definitely be a good second bike. I mean, this is good, especially if you're a person that rides on the street a lot, you're in the city, and you want something with a little bit more ergonomic. If you're not looking for something that's going to be super race inspired, then something like this would be a good fit. I definitely would recommend something like this. And this is kind of what I started off on personally. When I started riding, I didn't get a 650R. I had a Yamaha YZF 600R, which is kind of like the same riding style, similar engine displacement as this bike. It was 50 cc's less, but it still had the upright riding position. That's what I actually had for a second bike. Again, a Yamaha YZF 600R. That's not a R6, it's a YZF 600R. So I would definitely recommend something like that. So, man, I had a blast on this thing though. We're about to get off the freeway and head back to his shop. But man, I had a little fun time on this. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks about the B-King and see if it's something that he would, that he'd be interested in. There you go. Can you find it?
Like it wasn't moving. It's like, what? Really hard, really stiff.
It's strong, man. So what you think of it?
You know, on the streets, fine. Freeway without the fairing, windscreen, man, yeah.
That power will push you back.
Oh man, that was the thing, man. Thought my helmet was gonna come off.
That's what I said. I mostly use this for the street, but the boost I'll take on the freeway a lot more.
Yeah.
Cause that's got the fairing, you could just tuck in it.
I like naked bikes, but I've never rode one on the freeway.
Yeah?
But that right there just showed me like, yeah, I'd have to have something with a fairing
Oh yeah.
riding on the freeway. But yeah, other than that, I mean, man, it's awesome.
For sure.
It's awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, same here.
How did it handle?
Great, man. The brakes are like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, I actually bled the brakes and I just put on new levers, new brake levers. So my booster brake's almost the same as this. My booster brake's better because it's got the ASV2, but it's got steel braided lines all the way. This one I haven't put steel braided lines on yet.
Okay.
But it one brakes a little bit better, but this was pretty solid too.
Yeah, it was good, man. Goodness. Something else, man. It was nice.
Appreciate it, man.